people? It's your boy, the host with the most, and do not brag or boast. I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy, I'm Chris Adam One, and welcome to a fabulous rendition of Too Early for This Podcast. Too early for this podcast. Feel free to hit the subscription button, the notification bell, share this podcast with your friends, family, and followers. Let's get this podcast lit in the podcast algorithm. You can hear this podcast on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast indulgement from. Feel free also to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is I'm Chris Adam One. Type in I'm Chris Adam One. You can also listen to the other podcast episodes on my YouTube channel. Also, this same episode will premiere on my YouTube channel, which will be Friday around 4 a.m., 5 a.m. So for my early morning, my graveyard crew, my early morning squad, it will be back at its regular time slot, okay? So we got all that stuff out of the way. Let's get into today's episode. This was trending and blazing like wildfire, like a dumpster fire. I got the meaning from social media, but when I started to do my own research, you know, Google is your friend. Also, you can check this out on YouTube. And this has been hashtag hot tooey. And this, I found out where all this originated from. And I found out her, and also found out she is famous, okay? She is famous by just, you know how they do those, like on YouTube, that, you know, somebody goes downtown, a content creator goes downtown, asks random questions to random people and waiting for a response. And this lady was just minding her own business, walking down the streets of Nashville, Tennessee. That's Nashville, Tennessee. You know, a lot of strange things have been happening recently for the past couple of months for Nashville, aka Cashville, Tennessee. That's where I reside at, by the way. And we have been trending on social media for almost 2 months, okay? Let's count the ways, shall we? There was one particular incident where there was a Metro police officer who lost his job, got fired on his day off. After doing some more investigation, come to find out that this was all planned by him or planned by the OnlyFans content creator. And now not only he lost his job, he's might be losing his freedom, might be heading to a jail cell near you. Then we had the Twitch streamer who was, you know, at a supermarket. She was at the self-checkout line and she was capping. Basically, she put her camera in front of her and tried to count the many times this guy was staring at her. But the guy was actually staring at her for her to hurry up because he wanted to use that same register that she is violating. And she's like slow scanning her items. You know, when you read the article and when you actually see the video, the guy wasn't looking at her because she was attracted to her. The guy was looking at her because, can you please hurry this along? Okay. And now we got the hot tooey girl. All right. So for those who've been living under a rock, allow your boy to explain. The hot tooey girl, who is she? What's her real name? The hot tooey girl has taken the internet by storm, captivating this young woman who has gone viral. Her now famous response to a question during an interview on Tim and D TV. Shout out to them. I don't know if they have a YouTube channel, but let's shout them out. Okay. Sparked a wave of online memes and even merchandise. The fan was uncovered and identified as the hot tooey girl. And the meaning behind this phrase is the hot tooey girl meme gained widespread attention. Her candid interview on Tim and D's TV. During an interview, she humbly described a move as you got to give him that hot tooey, that spit shine on the knob. Slob on the knob. Slob on the knob. Slob on the knob. You don't want to remember that? That was I forgot that guy's name. Project Pat, I think. It's some Memphis rapper. I don't really pay attention to Memphis rappers. You know, even though I'm from Nashville, Tennessee and Memphis, Tennessee is like two different cadences, okay? Nashville, people that live in Nashville, Tennessee just move differently than people in Memphis. Now, a lot of people think that Memphis is the hood capital of the world. You know, to me, I've been to Memphis, Tennessee a couple of times, and it kind of reminds me of Atlanta, except Atlanta moves way more faster, and it's way more popular than Memphis, Tennessee. I think Memphis is the slow version to Atlanta. All right, but nevertheless, let's just get into that. Get back to this topic. The Hatui mimic sound of spit has quickly become a viral sensation. Okay, let me see if I can play this without. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that hot. Put on that.
Okay, so I played a little bit for you. Okay, I normally don't do that, but I just had to do it. Following her viral moment, the Hot Tui girl identifies as Haley Wetcher from Nashville, Tennessee. Her newfound fame, her Instagram has boasted to 26.9K followers. Hint at a correction to the Hot Tui. She changed it to the Hot Tui. I think her name is Hot Tui now. I think there's going to be a whole lot of OnlyFans models. I think it's going to be a whole lot of corn stars. There's going to be a whole lot of women in adult content that's going to use that Hot Tui as their name on their bio. It's either going to be on their bio. They're going to change their names on Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, or Instagram, to, ride this, take a backseat to this internet this viral sensation, okay? But anyway, she's gotten popular on Instagram. The Hot Tui meme continues to blow up on social media, on all social media platforms. Even celebrities like WWE wrestler Liv Morgan join in on the fun as the internet the phenomenon keeps blowing up. Haley Richards remains at the center of an unexpected journey on her online fame. Haley Richards, who capitalized on her internet stardom by collaborating with clothing brands. Oh man, she's getting that bag. She's chasing the bag, featuring the Hot Tui phrase, according to recent announcements. Apparel company on Facebook, which has earned and shared profits from this sale. Now, when I was looking this thing up, and by the way, you know you're blowing up when Joe Rogan is talking about it. Now, I read an article that she has been fired, and here it is right here. The Hot Tui girl fired. Haley lost her job as a preschool teacher for her viral video, okay? And this is one of those things, like, if you've been following my podcast, and, I did like 2 episodes on the Metro police officer, and I kind of felt bad for him. But when the rest of the information came out, I felt bad for him losing his job. Probably was an innocent mistake. Maybe the lady came to him and, he's a fan. Sneaky little ninja, run for your life. But I felt kind of bad for him. But at the same time, after you find out more information about it, you stop feeling bad for him, and he kind of brought it to himself. He bought it onto himself. Chris. He bought it on to himself, okay? So, so basically, street interview video that's making the rounds on Instagram and TikTok or in early June has thrusted Haley Richard, known as the Hot 2-Week Girl, or the spit on that thing girl, gained spotlight. She gained quickly a monstrous attention. Her response to a question about what drive men crazy, sparking a viral frenzy meme. Recent rumors claim Richard has faced repercussions at work due to her new. Now, this is allegedly, so I'm not even sure that this is true. So take this with a grain of salt, the information I'm about to tell you. Her newly found internet fame. Claims on the Facebook account that suggests that she has she resigned from her position as a preschool teacher at Epson's day school. The post even featured a statement from the school director. We have kids spitting on each other and everything else. They heard our beloved Miss Haley say, spit on that thing on a YouTube video. I don't mean to laugh about it. The alleged statement. Okay, I don't know what. Okay. The alleged statement. They really look up to her as a role model. And immaturity, the thing is that what she does, and we love Haley, but unfortunately we cannot allow this type of behavior from one of our own our own members of the school. Okay. However, fans considered about the negativity and the impact of her viral moment can rest easy. Typically, the Tipple County Tippler, known as is satire, as evidence from her self-described antics. Okay. This is something else. Okay. Even Conor McGregor is trending because of the Watui girl. I think he wanted to talk to her, or he's trying to collaborate with her, or whatever. Okay. Conor McGregor locates the Hot Tui girl, follows her on Instagram. He basically followed her on Instagram, So let's talk about it. Okay. So, let's just look at the viral moment. Can we separate the viral moment from the individual? And can we also separate the individual? We're going to possibly separate the individual and separate her from her job. We're going to try to do all this seamlessly. Okay. So I like viral moments like this. They're unexpected. They're not planned. They're not orchestrated. I'm pretty sure this YouTube or this television show did not know of this girl, and this girl did not know of them. And this was not scripted, and this is not planned. Okay. So I kind of like viral moments like that. It makes it even more funnier. Okay. To me, like, have you ever watched a TikTok video or a YouTube short or just a video in general, and it's getting exposure and it's blowing up, but you can tell it's kind of scripted, and it was sort of kind of written in, and everyone was in on the joke. Like, it's funny, but it's not super funny. I like things that just happens on an instant, that that's unscripted, that was never orchestrated, that was never planned. I like stuff like that. Okay. So I'm going to give the Hot Tui meme or the Hot Tui video, I'm going to give it its credit and where it's credit due. And like Haley, and the thing about it is, this wasn't, in the back of her mind. She wasn't carrying the Hot Tui thing in the back of her mind, just waiting for the day to release it. Okay. This just spur of the moment, and it was a random thought, and she just went along with it. Okay. And I give an A for effort, and I give her credit. I give I don't know if this TV show is a content creator on YouTube or Twitch, or he has his television show. I don't know, but you have to give the girl some credit there, because this is something that was original. I like original stuff, because I think the original stuff is the best stuff, and scripted stuff is just scripted. Okay, you can tell, like some of the TikTok shorts, you can tell a lot of those things are planned and scripted. Okay, so you have to give credit where credit is due. All right. Now, can we separate now? It's all fun and games until, you hear the rest of the story. And this is one of those situations like the Metro police officer who was in a scripted OnlyFans video. And when this was first announced, I was like, oh man, it's kind of messed up. Y'all going to fire him because he was in an OnlyFans video. It wasn't like, you could see him, you couldn't see him. And it wasn't like he was in uniform, but come to find out when you hear the rest of the investigation, yes, he was in uniform. He was doing this on duty. He was doing this while he was working, and he even did it at one of the precincts, close to the precinct. And when you start, hearing all the other stuff, I think his name was Sean Hamill, start with an H, whatever his name is. I probably butchered his name, but you guys know I butcher names on a constant, consistent basis. All right. So when you start listening to the rest of the information, then you start saying, okay, then they have a point. I think he should have lost his job. Now, should he get fired? I mean, should he, lose his freedom? The possibility of him going to jail? I'm pretty sure that they're working out some type of plea deal where, it'll be on his record, and it's going to be very, very hard for him to get a police job. And that's the ultimate goal into this. They don't want to, they don't really care about him serving jail time. They just want this to be a stain in his record, so he can't just go hopping to another state getting another police job or another police gig. With his expertise, I'm pretty sure he could be like part of someone's security team, or he could be a bouncer or whatever. But yeah, I think that's the ultimate goal of that. But when you talk about those types of jobs, like a fireman, a police officer, a government official. Okay, we're going to talk about even a judge. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Okay. When you talk about those type of positions, and school teacher, those type of positions, there's no tolerance for that. If you got a position like that, then you need to stay off of social media. And if you're going to be on social media, you have to tread very lightly. You can't, just say anything that's disrespectful or tasteful, that people may perceive disrespectful and tasteful, even though I feel like this is funny. All right. But, you have to walk on eggshells. Okay. If you got a job like that. And unfortunately for her, she was a school teacher, and it was sending a bad message to, the kids. And I just read you the article. They said that the kids are spitting on one another, going hot to it. I think some of that is over exaggerated, but they couldn't allow her to represent that school system. And you got parents, and I guarantee you the majority of those parents saw that video, and they were laughing, or heard about the concept and they were laughing. Okay. And they was laughing at someone else's pain because they didn't think it was someone from their school, or someone from their workplace, or someone that's watching their kids. If she would have done this someplace else, would those same parents be up at arms? Okay. So yeah, but at the end of the day, if you are a school teacher, if you got those type of jobs, you have to tread very lightly on social media. And look, she lost her teaching job. I don't think she was I think she was like I think she worked at school. I don't think she was the teacher, maybe the assistant or whatever. But she lost that job. Okay, and like when one door closes, another one opens. She done gained. She's internationally known. A lot of people are going to start following her, and she's getting brand deals. She's making money off of this. And enjoy your newfound celebrity, enjoy your newfound fame. Maybe you can flip this into maybe like a podcast, doing your own YouTube channel, or OnlyFans. Okay. So, or you could just leave all this behind and start all over again. If being a teacher is that serious for you. All right. But nevertheless, I wish her the best of luck. I don't have no ill will for her, but I can understand and identify if you are a parent. It's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. Okay. So yeah, oh shoot, I forgot. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is this judge, and she got herself, she messed up. Okay, so I'm trying to hold up. Okay, so basically, in a nutshell, we're going to be talking about this lady, and she really screwed herself up. Okay. And, here we go. So, okay. So Atlanta area judge arrested for allegedly hitting a cop. And it's not her first time that she has been in trouble. Okay. This judge political career might be over after being jailed for allegedly assaulting a police officer and 50 counts of illegal ethics misconduct. Okay. Judge Christina Patterson is facing felony charges after being arrested at the North Atlanta nightclub, according to reports, okay, by Fox 5. Douglas County judge allegedly hit an officer in the head early Thursday morning at the Red Martin Restaurant and Lounge. Okay. Peterson, 38, appeared to be under the influence, refused to identify herself, which led for her being jailed. She was charged with willfully obstructing law enforcement officers to basically do their work. She also used threats and violence and simple battery against a police officer, and was released Thursday afternoon with a $5,000 bond, according to Fulton County records. Okay. In several Instagram posts, Peterson has called her arrest a setup, and insisted that she was trying to help a woman who was being attacked by a man when she accidentally hit the officer. Peterson alleges she has bruises, black eyes, swollen knee. From the incident, 2 witnesses have come forward to Peterson's defense. Okay. Wow. They will stop at nothing to tarnish my character, Peterson wrote on Instagram. Her role as a probation judge, Peterson presided over cases involving viral records, which included a wedding certificate, will, and types of things that do not attract media attention. But since she's been elected to office, however, Peterson has made way too many headlines in multiple times. She became the first black person to be elected in Douglas County as a judge. back in 2020. Since then, Peterson has been accused of ethnic misconduct. 50 charges are against her, 20 of them which would have been dismissed if these accusations did not include abusive conduct towards Peterson is also the highest paid judge in Georgia, which raised eyebrows because she pockets the majority of these fines. Okay. So yeah. So she's okay. So, and I saw this video on YouTube. And first of all, I want to say this. And this is one of those situations where when you're at a prestigious job and the job, like, let's just say there's a shield. Every job has a shield, like being a nurse, a doctor, a lawyer, a school teacher, a police officer, a fireman, or a judge, an attorney. There's a shield, and the people that work in these communities are going to do everything possible to protect the shield, because a lot of these jobs are prestigious and they have ethics and morale. They don't want their morals questioned. They don't want their morals. They don't want to feel like, like there's a stain on the shield, or feel like it could be corrupted. And I saw the video. First and foremost, she was drunk as a skunk. She was accusing the officer who was trying to break the thing up. She was accusing that officer, the one that she assaulted. She accused him of hitting the other woman. Now, I don't know where these two witnesses come to play. I don't know if these two witnesses are going to really perjure themselves. If this goes to trial, I don't see this going to trial, but if this does go to trial and these two witnesses come forward into the defense of Miss Peterson and says, no, the officer was disrespectful, he abused her, and this, that, and the third. There's body cam footage as well as footage from the club to the police car to the first police station he took her at. I felt like he thought once he found out that she was a judge, well, everyone at the club say that she was a judge. I felt like if she would have cooperated and was a little more humble and say, I apologize for my action and my behavior. I apologize, and if he wasn't going to add assaulting an officer. He was trying to do her a favor many, many times. You see the video for yourself. He was trying to, cut her a break. If she would have been humble, gave her name, apologized, I think the guy would have probably still would have wrote it up, because he had to write it up because, there's too many cameras, there's body cam footage. Probably released her on her own reconnaissance. Oh my God. So probably would have released her. She probably would have to go to, will probably have to turn her own self in. By that time, she's lawyered up and go through the process, or get this expunged, and life would have been good. And the only thing she would have been dealing with is the other things that are questioning her position. Okay. And I remember Miss Peterson months ago about the wedding certificate thing. So the girl wanted to change her last name on her wedding certificate. Miss Peterson was making a big stink about it. Arrested the girl. All she wanted to do is change her last name. Arrested the girl, and her fiance had to get her out of jail, which was $500. And that's when we found out that, any fines, like stuff like that goes straight to the judge. It don't even go to the city. It just goes straight to the judge. All right. And, she's on social media, and there's nothing wrong with social media, But once again, when you're holding those types of positions, you have to tread very lightly on social media. And her social media, you wouldn't even know she was a judge. You just think she's just an only. I mean, I don't want to disrespect her, but an Instagram model. You just think, oh, she just another one of these, girls that weaving and sandling it up, and she's making some money on Instagram. Very attractive woman, but she bit off a little bit more than she chewed, and now comes word that she done lost her job. Now, I think they gave her an ultimatum. Either they was going to fire her, or she just steps down. And I think she stepped down. Judging by the article, it sounds like to me she stepped down. And I think there's already a deal in the works where she will step down, and the other charges that were against her, she's going to plead guilty to those, and she's not going to serve a bit of jail time. And it's just like the Metro officer that we talked about in my last live stream, and as well as in this episode. They just want this to be on her record, so she can't hop to another state, or she can't just, well, you know what, my days as a judge are numbered, let me get into politics, where they want this to be identified with her, so when she goes to her next job, or she wants to go into politics, this will still be standing there. Now, this will still be there. Now, it's up to her how she sells this, how she pitches this to voters, or how she pitches this to going to another state to be a judge there. So, it's very, look, as an African-American male, opportunities like this do not come often for us. As an and on top of that, you're an African-American male and you're a woman. And it's hard for women to get in all nationalities, it's hard for women to get their just dues. And when a woman gets a position like this, there are a lot of narrow-minded men out there would say, well, the reason why she got that job because she's a woman. It was too many men, and they had to vote a woman in there to make it balance out. It's a gender hire, okay? It's an equality hire, it's a color hire. They had to put a black woman in there, to balance everything out, okay? And, there's a lot of narrow-minded guys out there like that. I worked with a guy that was narrow-minded. I still work with this guy. He's narrow-minded. And I feel like men that think that way, and he fits this description. And I know he was trying out for a job. He was getting ready to quit the job he's currently in. And he went on an interview. He thought he was going to get this job because he said he's overqualified. And I knew he wasn't going to get the job because it's not the fact that he's not qualified or he's incapable of doing the job. It's just his aura just reeks off of him. And what do I mean by that? If you are a bad person, or if you a person that thinks negatively, you just got a negative vibe off you, and people can instantly tell what type of person you are, generally, people are not going to give opportunities like that. They're not going to squander their opportunity for you. And he didn't get a job, and he comes to work, and he was raging and mad and screaming and throwing stuff around, damaging property. And I'm going like, fam, you act like you came straight from the interview and now you're still upset. Dude, you went from the interview home. You didn't destroy anything at the place where you were trying to get the job at. You didn't destroy anything at your own place. You destroying everything at the job that you say you hate. All right? So make that make sense. Okay? So But back to Miss Peterson, it's very, very hard to get these opportunities as a woman and as a woman of color. And when a woman gets this opportunity, it doesn't matter. You can hire 1,000 women as judges. People are only going to pay attention not to the 999 women who made it. They're going to pay attention to that one woman, which is Miss Peterson, and use their example. Well, see, that's why women shouldn't be a judge. Look at Miss Peterson. Look how her situation ended. Okay, and it's just like the Scott Hamill guy. He's a white guy, a Metro officer, and it's funny to me how it's funny how you can have two of the same thing with two different genders and you get two different responses. You know, when he got busted, you know, nobody wasn't saying, see, that's the reason why you shouldn't have, white guys as Metro officers or, that's why you should hire more female officers. No one was making those statements when he lost his job. But now when she loses her job, it's, well, this is why we shouldn't allow women in positions like this. Look at this example. And like I said, you can hire 1,000 women and 999 of them have no problems with them. They're doing their job. But you just got that one woman, which is Miss Peterson, and all hell breaks loose. And people say, well, she shouldn't have had the job in the first place because she's a woman. Okay? So, yeah, it hurts, as a black man. It really hurts as a man who wants everyone to have an opportunity to promote in different levels of corporate and different levels of government and things of that nature. Male, female, I don't care of your nationality. Okay, I want you to have the same opportunities as the good old boy networks have been having for centuries. And now the tables are turned that now a lot of these women are getting these positions. Now a lot of these minorities are getting these positions. Now a lot of men of color and women are getting these positions. Now all of a sudden people saying it's unfair. Well, where were y'all when life was good on your side? When you guys were getting these positions on a regular, okay? So you got to have that same energy to me. And a lot of people don't have the same energy. And it just shows how ignorant they are. It just shows how racist they are. It just shows how biased they are. And this is why the term coined white privilege comes. White privilege is not the color of someone's skin. It's the good old boy network. It's not all white people are bad. It's just there's a lot of people out there who are not like us. They're not like us. They're not like us. They're not like us. They're just not like us. And they don't understand there's a lot of things that blocked us. There's a lot of things in the system that block us as minorities. There's a lot of things laws that the good old boys use to make sure that it's going to be twice as hard for us to get those same opportunities. And that's the point I'm making. Here we are in 2024, and we just now getting our turn at bat. What about 23, 22, 21, 20? What about the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, the 40s, the 30s, the 20s? Y'all had over a century of getting your way. And now when it's our turn to reap our benefits, now it's a problem. See, it's cool when you do it, but it's a problem when we do it. And, I don't want to get on a political soapbox, but, I just call it like it is. All right. Pretty sure people are going to, if you have comments of any episode or my podcast in general, just write a review, give me a 5-star rating. I would love for all you to give me a 5-star rating, or give me a 1-star. Well, whatever you want to give me, just give me. I'm only going to read the 5-star rating ones if there's any new ones. I kind of check that on my on the iTunes podcast side of things. Now on Spotify, you can write a review. Haven't figured out a way how to read the reviews of each individual episode, but hey, it is what it is. So yeah. That's I was going to also talk about, and I talked about this a while ago on the live stream portion of Too Early for This podcast. And I just want to get back into it because she's back in the news again. And I don't know why she's back in the news again. Okay. But soprano star, and I'm going to butcher her name. Dallarina Della Monotona. I think I butchered her name. Okay. OnlyFans changed my life. I'm my own boss. And I think I already read this. Soprano star Drea says OnlyFans has empowered her to take care of her family financially, and now she's feeling like a mob boss. Drea among celebrities stripping off on sites like OnlyFans and making absolute fortunes in doing so. TMZ estimating the growth trending in Hollywood getting naked on the internet. Okay. And she talked about when her bank account was dwindling and those soprano checks were few and far between, she went to OnlyFans. Okay. And she's not the only one that's been doing it. The two of the girls that was on the Bernie Mac show has went to OnlyFans. And I talked about this. I talked about this in the last episode. Look, if you got a huge, if you got if you got a fan base and the fan base appreciates you as an actor or an actress or a content creator or a streamer, and you got a surplus of fans that are willing to spend money on your content, then do it. And, it doesn't always have to be naked. It doesn't always have to be explicit. But if you got a fan base that's, and it's not only OnlyFans, if your fan base supports you on Patreon, they're willing to support you on Patreon, then why not do it? So if people appreciate you and they're willing to spend or spend money on you, pay for your content or pay a subscription fee, then why just do it, dog? Just do it. We're all grown. Everybody that's against, I see plenty of those on social media, the red pill, blue pill society that tells you corn is bad and corn is this, corn is that. I feel like anything in life in abundance is bad. Not only corn, but eating chocolate. Eating a small amount of chocolate can help with your system. But eating too much chocolate can be a disaster on your health. Okay? Like drinking wine. Drinking a glass of wine a day helps with your heart, this, that, and the third. But drinking too much wine, you can get drunk, intoxicated. So, too much of anything can be a destruction, okay? But in moderation, it's fine, okay? If you're an adult and in moderation, if you can moderate yourself, it's fine. Just like lottery tickets. I don't play the lottery, but people that buy these lottery tickets, in moderation, okay, put a little money here, put a little money there. You might make a little money here or there, but too much of the lottery could be a bad thing, okay? Danity Kane, Aubrey O'Dare also is featured in a new doc, which is streaming on Tubi, free June the 23rd, on behind the scenes her day of life as an OnlyFans model. Okay, so there's a new show that's going to be premiering on Tubi that's called Famous and Naked. So y'all go check that out at your leisure. Okay, and yeah, that's it for today, guys. That is it for today. I like to thank everyone who's been supporting the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, as well as my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel family, I'm going to start premiering them like I normally premiered them when I was doing it live. It'll be bright early in the morning premiering at that time frame. Go check it out. I hear it. I hear it. You guys want it back at its regular time frame. I get you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast, and I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. I will see you guys on the next episode of Too Early for This podcast. Thank you. I will see you guys later. Deuces, outro, and I'm gone. Okay, deuce.